Hello and welcome. Come on in. Grab your tea, your coffee, maybe even your Jack Daniels. I don't care. Get ready. Come on back. It's going to be all 12 signs, strictly tarot today, and that way you can see what's coming. All right. I am blessing, cleansing, and neutralizing the flashlight, calling in help from my spirit team. Those of you new to the channel, this is the paranormal flashlight right here. This is it. Nothing special about it. It is a 6-inch mag light. It is what the old-time paranormal investigators used for communication to the other side. All right, there it is. All right. Spirit on the light. Give me a wink or blink. Let me know if I have that adjusted correctly for you. So I'll go ahead and bless the cards. Blessing your cards shouldn't be too complicated. Just fan them out. Just take it right over the smoke. Ask that they be blessed, neutralized, and cleansed. As we wait for the light, I ask that you bless, neutralize, and cleanse the cards. All right, I'm going to proceed. There, I see a little winking going on back there. Little blinking. Can you turn that light clear off? All right. They may or may not come on throughout the reading. Sometimes spirit just has a whole lot more to do than sit in on a tarot reading, okay? And that's my proof that it's not rigged. Because if it was, I'd have it work every time I did something, right? For those of you that don't believe the light, leave the room. Go away. Go find another channel. Thank you. All right. We are starting with Aries, working our way around to finishing up with Pisces. And I will have the timestamps down below. So if you're new to the channel, buckle up, buttercup. The vocabulary tends to get a little bit salty. As you can see, I am an old school biker. By the way, somebody asked me about the butterfly. That butterfly is made from an old motorcycle chain. So I love it. It's got a little spark plug in it for the body. And thank you guys for asking. Thank you. All right, we are starting out with Aries. All right, this is going to be just a little bit more personalized than the tarot readings on the end of the vlog videos. As you notice, I do not deal the cards out. I allow spirit to kick them out. That's just how closely I work with spirit. Only beings of the light. Guardian angels, spirit guides, and ascended masters. I don't dabble in black magic. I don't do witchcraft. I follow what is called the Christ consciousness. Man, I follow Jesus. All right, let's see what's going on here for Aries. You know what? You guys are coming out of something. I'll start with the worst first. The Devil card. This card is about what you have overcome. You had been addicted to some kind of negative thinking. I had to stop to clear my throat. But yes, something had a hold of you. Negative thinking, old patterns, old ways of doing things. Something kept you tied down to the negative. Then the Queen of Wands showed up. Yep, she came in with that sword of truth. You let go of that old way of thinking and are stepping into your new truth. How you see things, how you feel things. In the past, thank you, Spirit. In the past, your vision of how you looked at things was a little bit slanted. It wasn't as pure as it should have been. Then that Ace of Cups showed up. That ace is all about love. Love and light. You hear me talk about it all the time. It's real. Love and light. This ace is saying that whatever it was you let go, you're headed the right direction. We've got that queen came in. She kind of cleared house, did a little house cleaning, and that Ace of Cups showed up. There is a new beginning coming around. That ace is saying that there is so much abundance that you haven't found yet, so much you haven't seen yet. We have the Eight of Wands. Now, some of you may be getting a message from the past, somebody that you may have been close with, an acquaintance, but this is about kind of feeling nostalgic right now too. Miss that old gang. I gotta tell you, I miss a lot of my old gang. I am in an age group. I'm a boomer. I'm in an age group where we're dropping like flies out here. Take your health under control. Don't listen to what those guys with the big degrees all have to say. Look it up. Study what you have. Find alternate ways of healing. But that's also about the battles that you have fought to get where you're at. It's behind you now. It's behind you. We've got the Two of Wands for Aries, and there you are looking out to the future. Kind of throwing some more prayers out there going, yay, bring it my way. I'm happy, thank you. Giving gratitude. You can't welcome anything new into your life until you release some of the dark shit, allow some of the good shit in. And we have the Fool. Now, that Fool is not about being made to feel foolish. This is, take a look at the zero over his head. This is the very first card in the tarot deck. He is such an innocent soul. The tarot deck literally describes a soul's evolution from start to finish. Really, that's all it is. And this is a brand new start. A brand new start. He's only foolish because he hasn't learned anything yet. Hasn't learned anything new. Well, this is about what's new coming in. You're going to be learning, seeing, doing, and healing. All right, there you have it. Aries, moving on to Taurus. All right, Taurus, so welcome back. I will be switching decks in between, just so we get a little different perspective and outcome. Some of those are just kind of falling out. How many more do I need? At least two. Spirit, can I get a couple? One more and another jumper. There we have it. All right, Taurus. Some of you Tauruses have been really dealing with a kick in the pants financially. Yeah, you kind of spent yourself into a corner. Overspent. How many of you know your credit score? I don't want to know it. Do you know your credit score? So many people do not realize how important that credit score is, but that's what you've done. You've spent yourself into a corner. Now you're kind of at a spot like, how do I get out of this? Where do I go? Well, we've got a couple of queens that show up. They were coming in to clean house. They're showing up. They're going to kick ass and take names right here. Queen of Swords and the Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands, she's kind of saying that you might need to dedicate yourself to a little bit more work. Money doesn't materialize out of thin air. Many of you have been trying to manifest money, manifest abundance, and you're doing it with the wrong attitude. Like, Lord, I never have anything good come my way, and I don't have enough money, and I can't pay the bills. Do you know that Source or the universe hears that and they think that's what you're asking for? None of this. I ain't got any of that. Stop that. Ask in a different way. First off, ask and give thanks for the abundance they will give you. That Queen of Swords is about finally coming around to see the truth that you're the one, you're your own worst enemy at times. We also have the Ace of Abundance right here. It shows right up in the reading. Absolutely. This ace is about you taking new control over your finances. When I ask for abundance, the first thing I do is I say, thank you. Thank you for the gift you're giving me. Thank you for the gift you're giving me. And you have to say that with thank you, Spirit on the light, for acknowledging that. You have to say it with the energy that you're excited. Oh my gosh, thank you for what you're giving me. It is the energy that we generate. And if you're going to sit there and go, oh, woe is me, I don't have any money, can't do that, you're going to get more of that. All right. We do have the Six of Swords. Some of you Tauruses may be relocating. You may be heading to a different house, different town, maybe even different work. But you're headed the right direction. Because that six, the rough water is on one side, smoother water on the other side, and you're headed the right direction. You're learning how to say thanks as you ask for something. And you're learning how to put that energy in. And it doesn't make a difference if you're calling in for abundance or better health. The same thing applies. Thank you for giving me healing. Thank you. We have the Justice card. And that's saying that, look, in the past, for Taurus, things have not gone good for you. It didn't feel like you got any justice. Things weren't equal. You felt like everybody else got something and you didn't. Everybody else is earning money and you're not. But you're getting there. You're learning. You're educating yourself. That Justice card is also showing up for anybody that might be dealing with, and I'm picking up child support. You either may be getting a little more child support than you anticipated, or if you're the guy paying it, you may not have to pay as much as you thought. You know why? Because we're going to do things fair, right? If you're a stay-at-home parent trying to gouge the other parent, it won't happen. You won't get that abundance. But if you're a stay-at-home parent and say, I only want what's fair, thank you, it'll come your way. Now, last but not least is the 10 of Cups. Look at that. It's a rainbow. Happily ever after. Things are finally heading your way. Now, Taurus, this is also the end of a cycle for you. You're breaking free of a lot of old paradigms, a lot of old ways of thinking, and that's when that Ace, thank you, Spirit on the light, and that's when that Ace of Pentacles comes into play. All right, there you have it for Taurus, moving on to Gemini. All right, welcome in, Geminis. Let's see what the cards have for you. I happen to be a Gemini in my rising sign. My sun sign, which is that time when we're born and we look up our chart, and I'm a Virgo. However, my sun sign, excuse me, my rising sign is Gemini. So you could be kind of a cross watcher checking all your sun, your moon, your rising sign. Your sun sign is kind of who you are. It's the point where you were born. Your rising sign is your dreams, your hopes, and your ambitions. And your moon sign is your personality and your fears, the darker side of you. All right, let's see what's going on here for Gemini. Spirit, can I get a couple more jumpers, please? One more, please. All right. All right, let's take a look at this. Oh boy. All right, the way they fell on the table, I'm going to read them. This one was actually upside down, so it is the Tower card. A lot of you have already come through this major transformation that the Tower card usually indicates. Like something's got to blow all to hell before you can get a fire lit under yourself. Like you have to see this thing fall apart before you'll move forward again. Things got a little dark with the King of Pentacles here. I feel like you may have hung on to a situation because financially you didn't think you could go forward. You didn't think you could do it on your own. And here is this king sitting here silently, quietly, just kind of hanging on to that pinnacle. He's got his property all behind him. So the money is going to be there. The money is going to be there. You may just make enough or have enough to get that new apartment. You may just have enough to pay the electric bill. You may just have just enough. But you're starting a fresh new life. Here we've got the Fool. I spoke earlier about that being a new beginning. Gemini, you did not know when this new beginning was going to come around. You waited. You anticipated. You kind of hung on like, all right, anytime now. Help me out here. You give me a chance. And we have the Page of Wands. He is coming in to say, look, plot twist. Page in a play. The page comes in between acts, holds up the little placard to say what the next act is coming. Here we have the next portion of your life. It's coming. We also have the High Priestess. Now this card is, kind of mentioned to you that I'm a Gemini rising. It's about your intuition. And notice it got black and white, and I happen to have black and white on today. Wow. That is about, not everything is black and white. A lot of things fall in a damn gray area. But with your intuition heightening, and a lot of you are becoming more empathic, more intuitive. You are becoming more clairvoyant. You're becoming more clairaudient. You're seeing, hearing, and feeling things. And it's giving you a clarity that you never had before. You're trusting your gut, and you should. We have the Three of Cups. You know what? It's been a long time since you've had anything to celebrate about. So kick up your heels. I mentioned something about that Jack Daniels. Have a toast and enjoy. We're on the edge of spring here. We've got a whole spring and summer and fall coming. Get out there and enjoy. Do not be housebound. All right. That is Gemini. We are moving on to Cancer. Welcome, Cancer. Oh, thank you on the light. It's a good chance to throw in some housekeeping here. Please hit that like button and subscribe. A ton of you haven't subscribed yet. It's free over here. Just hit that subscribe button. And if you would like to buy me a cup of coffee, or if you would like to send me a tip, my PayPal link is on the top line of the description box down below. And if you're wondering why you can't just send me one through YouTube, it's because I am not monetized. With your help, I'm getting there. All right, one more for Cancer. All right, we've got the Knight of Swords coming. Tearing in on a fast horse. Some kind of change is going to happen rather quickly. Cancer, you've been working for this change, though. It's not like you've been sitting around doing nothing. You've worked and worked. You worked on your healing and your growth. When I refer to healing, it's primarily the growth that our soul has to grow to just become better people. And you've been working on that. We have the Five of Wands. Yes, this is you practicing it. Five's about change. I really see somebody putting a lot of effort in to bring that change about. You didn't just sit around and wait for something to happen. I actually think you've taken some time to educate yourself. I talk about coming over here to YouTube and learn things. There's a million things. You can learn candy making. You can learn how to make birdhouses. You can check out other news sources other than mainstream media over here at YouTube. Don't settle for one version of anything. Go to a couple different creators and learn what their way of doing things are. We also have the Hangman, and this is about having been stuck in one spot for a while. Like, you did not advance yourself. You thought just because you were out in the big world, don't have to do anything. I'm all grown up. I don't have to get any better. Well, guess what? You do need to get better. You need to become a better person. Every day, that should be our main goal. Who can I help today? How kind can I be today? Now, I got to tell you, I wasn't like that for a lot of years. I was just a tough, hardened, old biker, okay? And while I was tough and I was hard, shit didn't go good. Matter of fact, shit didn't go at all. Kept falling apart because I had that chip on my shoulder. And when you carry a chip on your shoulder, if you're that, thank you, Spirit on a light, giving me hell. When you carry that chip on your shoulder, you just look like a sour, old grouch to the rest of the world. Oh, you're not coming across bitchy and something catty and you're telling somebody off. No, you're coming across as a sour old grouch. Let that shit go. We also have the High Priestess. Again, a lot of you are becoming more intuitive, more empathic. You're seeing, hearing, feeling more. Don't allow it to scare you. Embrace it. If it's your thing, embrace it. If it's not, just, you know what? Do a 360, go the other, or 180 and go the other way, and try something else in your life. But everybody is intuitive. Everybody. Men who go out to hunt. You know what? I'm going to pick this section of woods over here, and I'm going to go out there, and he brings home a deer. Intuitively, he kind of knew. A guy that goes fishing does the same thing. Gets out. Now, there are days where you don't hit the right spot. But there are days when you, thank you, Spirit, when your intuition does tell you, and you don't second guess it, you will get right on the spot. What's the matter, honey? You got down? You just wait. Let me finish Cancer. We've got the Three of Pentacles. Now, you may need to come to work with somebody else just to, let me help her. Hang on. Let's pause this a minute. Some of you that are new to the channel, Miss Maggie has been behind me. I have over 1,000 videos over here at YouTube. Please get comfortable. Time to go to work. Come on, you. She has a steak bone hidden in a corner, too. That's another reason. All right, give me my couple inches. There we go. She has been behind me in all 1,000 videos over here at YouTube, and most of you have never even seen her. All right. Here we are coming together with like-minded people to learn what it is you're trying to learn, trying to gain a sense of accomplishment, moving forward, creating something worth creating. These are skilled craftsmen usually. You're brand new at this, though. That's why you want to hang out with people that do what you kind of want to do, so you can learn. Go over to YouTube. It's free. Look up what it is you want to learn. Are you comfortable yet? And last but not least, we have the Four of Wands. And that Four of Wands is about you finally gaining some structure. That Four of Wands is also the 1111 card. A new beginning. Headed the right direction finally. Cancer, you kind of bumblefucked around for a while and banged your head against things. Just couldn't get on the right path. You're headed there. It's a gate. Look at it. It's so straight that all you have to do now is the finish line is in sight. Go be happy. All right, let's see who's next. Leos. Coming up next are Leo. All right, welcome back, Leos. Too many out of there. Let's see what's happening for Leos. I happen to be a Leo in Vedic astrology. There are two types of astrology. The one that you most commonly hear about is tropical Western astrology. That's the one. Remember in the day when we used to look up our horoscope in the newspapers? That's the sign we look up. Vedic astrology is, Vedic sidereal astrology is a little more of the original form that came from India. And it's a little different. I'm a Virgo in my regular Western tropical and a Leo in the Vedic. But this is Western tropical, so don't let me confuse you. Did I already? All right, let's see what's going on for Leos. My oldest son is a Leo. So I kind of like to look for him. By the way, when you're watching somebody else's sign, you're a cross watcher. Yep. And it's okay. Yep. Depending on why. If you are watching I need one more. Don't know why, but I just felt I did. If you are watching your ex's sign to see what they're doing, oh, you better check your motives. But if you're checking Aunt Rosie's sign to see how she's doing, that's acceptable. So watch your motives. Thank you, Spirit, on a light back there. All right, wow, this is actually what I'm seeing happen right now. I mentioned my son is a Leo. He had, let's go here first, 7 of Pentacles. Work was kind of rough, waiting to see when the money would flow. It was slow. It was slow over the winter for a lot of people. Most everybody. The economy kicked everybody in the pants. Now, on a personal level, a lot of people, a lot of signs are starting to see some change. Now, we went from that 7 of Pentacles where you're kind of worried. You know, is my garden going to make it? If I got any potato bugs in there, what? And you've got to continue to keep working. We've got this 7 of Wands right here. Now, you may have had a little bit of opposition. Somebody didn't agree with what it is you wanted to do. You wanted to work kind of a different way, in a different, almost like a different venue. You wanted to change things up. We've got the 9 of Swords. You worried. Oh, woe is me. I just talked about that in a previous sign. If you worry, you're going to get more to worry about. It's called the law of attraction. We have been told that when we're trying to set intentions or reprogram our mind, that we should not use the word no, not, don't, can't, because the brain doesn't see that, and it's like, no, I don't want to do that. Guess what? Yep, you're going to get to. No, I don't want to be broke. Guess what? You're going to get to. So things have begun to change a little bit for Leo. We've got the Emperor. You're breathing a sigh of relief and you stepped back into who you are. You took your power back. You said, I'm not living this way anymore. I'm living in fear. That doesn't produce anything. Fuck it. I'm trying something different. We have the Chariot card. The something different you tried is going to change quickly. The Chariot, if you remember the old Colosseum in the gladiator days, came in fast. It just, wham, bam, it came in fast. And that's how this change is beginning to happen for Leo. It's going to come in fast. We have the 6 of Pentacles, which is about having enough abundance to be able to share. Look, he's helping those people out with some money. You're going to have enough money to be able to buy the Girl Scout cookies. We know they're poison, right? But we still buy them. You may have enough money now to simply take the dog to the vet. That's a big one. I had to deal with it over the winter. But you're going to have enough money to benefit others. Not a lot. I'm not seeing you winning the Irish sweepstakes, but you're going to be able to just make those ends meet. And as that begins to happen, then the 10 of Pentacles comes along. That's about true abundance. That's about family, friends. It's about the dollars and cents not mattering. Mattering? Is that a word? Yeah, mattering. Dollars and cents don't matter. Oh, I just saw a little orb go down over my arm. Catch that. 35, 31 or 2. Hang on, let me mark that down. I like to try to mark down the orbs when I see them. That way you guys can take a look, keep an eye on them too. But this 10 is about the success coming with understanding what abundance is. It's like hanging out with your best bunch of friends and everybody's broke, but we don't give a rat's ass because we enjoy each other. All right, there you have it for Leo. Moving on to who's next? Virgo. Welcome in, Virgo. Oh, I'm seeing orbs fly all over again now. Whoop, just saw one. They're shooting all over. Wow. Can you see those, you guys? I just burned a little more sage to clear the energy. I am always humbled when I see spirit show up in my videos. Now, what I will point out, though, is they often are either in the light or you'll see the orbs fly around, usually not both at the same time. All right, let's jump back here to Virgo. Wow, what a great light show that was. There's another one. Oh, my gosh. Let me mark that down real quick. All right, I just am so marveled by those orbs when they show up. Those are spirit orbs. Often you guys send me pictures to look at this, Tina. Is this a spirit orb? And it's usually a little green dot. That's a lens flare. That's off of a refraction from the lens of your phone onto whatever it is you're filming. It's not a true orb, but they do have a significance. All right, let's see. This is for Virgo. Whether it's Virgo in your sun, your moon, or your rising sign, one more for Virgo. There it is. Leave that one upside down. Alrighty, alrighty, alrighty. Let's see. All right, here's for Virgo. First off, we've got the 4 of Cups. I'm feeling a little picky. You want to get out of a situation, but you don't want to live in that house or that apartment or that mobile home. A little bit picky. And usually, it wouldn't make a difference. But in this particular case, you're holding out for a better apartment, a better house, better location. And that's okay. Because part of getting something better in life is holding out for it. Sometimes when we take that job, you know, you've been out of work before, so you just take the first job that comes along. The old expression is, it's easier to find a job when you have a job. So you take that job, even though it's not one you wanted, you need a little income. Now you're stuck for a little bit. Not making enough money, can't get out, can't move forward. That's why you're biding your time till the perfect one comes along. We have, that was the 4 of Cups. Let's move down here to the 5 of Pentacles. Now, that came up upside down. You may have been ghosted. You may have been left out. You may have been kind of pushed out. This is about a relationship that didn't happen to work out right. That Five of Pentacles is usually gets the feeling that financially I'm not going to be able to make it. If you look real close, they're out in the cold. They're absolutely out in the cold. Where am I going to go? Where are we? What are we going to do? How is this going to happen? How? But your eyes, you've got tunnel vision. You're not seeing forward. You're so close to warmth. On the other side of those that's a stained glass window. On the other side of that pinnacle, those pinnacles is a warm room. Could be a church, could be a tabernacle, I don't know what it could be in your case, but the guidance, the warmth is always there. Look for it, okay? We have the three, let's go here. Let's go to Six of Swords. Yeah, you're moving in the right direction, Virgo. I feel like it's been a long ride in that boat. Sometimes you get a little seasick. Like, how long until we get there? Washing around on that boat. How long? When can I get there? When do we get there? Can I get there from here? Yeah, you can. Because you didn't give up. You did not give up. We have the Queen of Pentacles. There's going to be a little bit of financial help coming, a little bit of abundance coming, but that's because you have educated yourself on how to spend money. Don't invest and don't gamble more money than you can afford to lose. Rule 1, don't go buying scratch-off tickets, lottery tickets, when you've got kids to feed. Now, on rare occasion, you know you have a lucky day. I have been able to tell people that they may get lucky. I did a reading for a lady a few years back, and normally my nose is itchy, so today I don't know what it is, I'm itchy. I told a lady that she was going to be getting lucky, and I said, you're not going to get much, maybe $300, $400, $500. To a lot of people, that's a lot of money. Well, because I told her she was going to be lucky, and she stopped on the way home and she bought a lottery ticket and won $30,000. So I can see that coming at times. Your luck is going to begin to change. We have the Hierophant. For some of you, the beginnings of a relationship are coming your way. New perspective. Hierophant can indicate marriage or long-term commitment. That long-term commitment could be a job in a different place. You hear people talk about, oh, that's my work wife or that's my work husband. That very well could be the connection you make, a good work environment. We have the Fool, which is setting out on a brand new journey, starting out with all these new things you're acquiring, this education, the money, just experience in life. You no longer are going to be the fool, the foolish one, because he's just somebody beginning to learn. And last but not least here for Virgos are the Three of Cups. That's Tina and two of her friends this weekend. I'm going to go celebrate, go have a good time, maybe even tomorrow. Tomorrow's St. Patrick's Day. Enjoy what you're doing. When money's bad, we have a tendency to stay home and not do anything. So the universe looks at that behavior and goes, oh, she wants to be a homebody. Let's keep her home. You get out and celebrate a little bit. Go buy yourself a nice little dinner. I'm not saying go to a high dollar restaurant and get a lobster dinner, but don't be afraid to go someplace, get a sit down dinner. I'm against processed foods anyway, but it's okay to treat yourself. All right. There you have it. Virgos. Moving on to Libra. Oh, is there more orbs flying around? If you see any, let me know. Keep me posted in the comments. If you guys are seeing the video or the orbs, let me know. Come on in, Libra. We are getting ready to start your reading. By the way, hit that like button. Please subscribe. And if you're so inclined to send a tip or a cup of coffee, thank you. I got to thank you, the ones that have. Some of you have been so generous. I certainly appreciate that. I'm not making any money from YouTube. As a matter of fact, I think they held me back. I have been making videos for 6 years. Finally, somehow they're letting my videos get to the top of the stack and are getting me out there. So I am going to thank the powers that be. All right, let's see what's going on for Libra. Look at those cards just scramble out of there. All right, Libra. My Librarians. For a while, you didn't know which way to go. You had a decision to make, but just could not make up your mind. There goes another orb. Man, they're just zinging all around here. I got to tell you, this is March. Those are not bugs. That is the pattern that orbs use sometimes, and nobody's on the light. So, all right. You had a decision to make. And it wasn't easy. You didn't know which way you wanted to go. How do I start this? How do I move forward? You were very hesitant because you got hurt. We've got the 5 of Cups. You've got to walk away and leave something behind. That's those 3 cups that are kicked over. There's 2 cups behind him. They're still full. You were just hesitant about doing it. Something was holding you back. And that was the 9 of Swords. You were in a self-imposed prison. You had put yourself there due to the way you were thinking. Oh, I'll never do it. I'll never make it. I can't get out of here. This is rough. Oh, woe is me. Are you a victim? No. You are a victor. If we talk about how things didn't work and keep talking about it and keep talking about it, we are programming that back in. You are identifying by something that happened and not who you are. So we're going to walk away. We can step out of there. That's a self-imposed prison. We're going to jump in that Pymatuning pontoon boat. I live on Pymatuning Lake, northwestern Pennsylvania, very close to the lake. And here we are, jumping in here, going to take a ride on the party boat because it's getting us out of Dodge. It's taking us to something better, something, the direction we wanted to go. Look again, the water on one side is rippled, and on the other side it is smooth sailing. Don't look back. Nobody's looking back here. It's like we're moving up. Finally, we're moving on to the promised land. We have the Queen of Wands. Now, she can be pretty tough about things because she can take that wand, reach right out and club you on the head with it. However, there's a little kitten at her feet. So she can be soft and compassionate. We have to have that balance. We have to be able to say no when we need to say no. We have to be able to go, maybe, yeah, let's try. So, Libra, you definitely are moving towards being an all-rounded personality, an all-rounded person. And last but not least, here is the Ace of Cups. Look, there's a lot of good things coming finally. That cup is coming out of that. You see that hand coming out of the cloud? That means this was meant to happen in divine timing and not your timing. Like, I want it now. I want it now. I want it now. Give me it now. I want it now. I want it now. Give me it now. Get what now? What do you want now? You have to be specific. You have to be positive. I would like to have $5,000 come to me through a gift. I'm just throwing that out there. Just give you ask for it. This is saying that something good is coming about in divine timing. All right, there we have it for Libras. Let's move on to Scorpios. Keep your eye on those orbs. All right, neutralizing the cards one more time here in between, asking that they be blessed, cleansed, and neutralized. And usually when I hit that, man, that you can see the spirit orbs float around, but I'm not seeing any. Oh, they're tricky little buggers. They never let me know when they're coming. All right. We are moving on to, who's this? Scorpio, I believe. Yes, let's go for Scorpio. See what's in the cards for Scorpio. Didn't want to come out. There it is. All right. Wow, Scorpio. Look at you go. Wow, look at you go. We have the Emperor and the Empress. Very rarely does that happen. Out of 6 cards to have 2 of them match. You're taking control. You're back at the helm. You've had enough of this wait and see shit. You decided, look, I'm pulling up my big girl or big boy panties. I'm getting out there and I'm taking life on my way. The other thing that tells me too is you're very balanced right now. We all have a little bit of divine masculine and divine feminine in us, and you're very balanced right now. You haven't been in the past. It was pretty willy-nilly, helter-skelter. You were all over the place, Scorpio. Scorpios are kind of deadly. Don't mess with them. They'll cut you right out of their life. Don't lie to them. Don't cheat. We also have the Queen of Wands has showed up. Yeah, you're taking control of how you work. I think you're going at it with a little more of a softer attitude. Not quite as mean and harsh. You found out you can catch more flies with honey, right? Here's why. Let's just say those cups had honey in them. You kicked 3 of them over. Don't want them, don't need them. However, you hung on to 2 of them. So you will move forward with some of the assets that you have. You're not going to have to start out completely fresh again. Those assets could be in your education. They could be In fact, you might have some furniture. Those assets could be just about anything that you're carrying with you into this new beginning. And we have the Two of Wands, looking out to the future, putting prayers into the universe, calling in divine help, calling in divine guidance. Look at that orb. Wow. Thank you, Spirit. Oh my gosh, what orbs today. I am so humbled. Wow. Okay, I'm trying to keep my mind on task here, but it really gets me. That one came right out of my heart. Talking about putting the prayers out there. Talk to Jesus. You don't have to know him. You'll get to know him. Just call him up, talk to him. All right, bro, help me out here. That's all it takes. That's all it takes. Jesus is the coolest spirit ever. If ever I had to work with spirit, man, that's who I work with, following the Christ consciousness. So don't be afraid to call on him personally. He listens. However, whether it's Jesus, your spirit guides, your guardian angels, any ascended masters, if you work with your ancestors, you have to ask them every day. Not throw a prayer out there last year and look, they didn't do anything. You have to ask every day or every night. Best time is, I like to do it at night before I fall asleep, just before I go into slumber. And here we go, Scorpio. The Ace of Wands. Things are going to work out in your favor. They hadn't been. You were beating your head against the wall, but you finally are going to see the golden light. There it is. Again, that hand coming out of a cloud depicts it's coming around in divine timing. Just be patient. All right, there we have it for Scorpio. Moving on to Sagittarius. Sagittarius. All right, welcome back, Sagittarius. Let's see what's in the cards. Give me a moment here. When burning sage or Palo Santo, you don't need the flame. All you need is the smoke. One more for Sagittarius. There we have it. All right. Sagittarius. Here we have the 7, 8 of cups. 8 of cups. After all these years, sometimes I have to count. Walking away. Something did not serve you. I am getting the feeling in this set of cards that this is a connection that's getting ready to fall apart. You hung in there. You waited. Things didn't change. Something about this connection wasn't what you thought it was. So you know what? You're not even touching any of those cups. You're out of here. Yep, you are out of here. You're moving forward. That was the 8 of cups. Now we have the 9 of cups. Things turned around for you. This is the 9 of cups. This is kind of a wish fulfillment card. You have been waiting for the right timing. You have been waiting for the right direction. You have been waiting for the right work. Sagittarius, it's about time. You guys have had like a bunch of bunk happen, man. It's been lousy. So we're going to go from that Nine of Cups to, let's do this. This is how I know it's a marriage falling apart or a relationship, long-term relationship. We got the King of Wands and the Queen of Pentacles. This is a mismatched set. You guys didn't see eye to eye on anything. If you notice, she's looking towards the king and he's looking away. He had plans of moving on, or the divine masculine in this case, before you even arrived at that thought that you want, like, I need out of this. It's not working. Now, it could be just a work relationship, somebody that you work with that you cannot handle. You guys can't be good partners. You don't quite line up. And I do get the feeling that there were some drugs or alcohol involved, because the Temperance card comes up, and that's saying, like, throttle back a little bit, ease up, don't drink as much, don't party as hardy. And that's what you've done. This other person was kind of pushing you, your hot buttons, and you would have that extra glass of wine at night. You would have to go out on the porch and smoke that extra cigarette. They just kept pushing your buttons now. Not intentionally. The fact that you guys didn't line up just made everything so abrasive. Everything was just like, everything ended in a fight. Somebody walking away. You have, however, taken control of your life back. You have stepped back into your Empress power. That is all about claiming yourself. How many times have you said, I need to find me again? I need to get me back. I just want to be me. There you go. You're taking it back. You're gaining it. You're getting it back. And last but not least, we have the Ace of Wands. Now, this could have been a very sexy relationship. If you take a look at the shape of that wand, yes, it is a phallic symbol. You guys may have been hot in bed, you may have not. But this card actually is representing the fact that you've put the work in, that you're moving forward in your life in a new direction. And I wanted to pull one more card. This has been a repeating cycle for you, Sag. Time and time again, you have gone through this with just change the name, just change the address. You have been through this. All right. Take your power back. There you have it, Sag. You're going to be the winner of this round. All right, so much for Sag. Moving on to Capricorn. All right, Capricorn. Where are my Cappies? A little more housekeeping here. If you like this video, please hit that like and subscribe buttons. Drop in. I am back posting videos a little more regularly again. I took about a 6-month break. I wasn't getting any backing from YouTube. They just did not push me out there. Did not push my videos out there. Wow, Cap. We need one more and we'll take it. Again, another mismatched pair. Queen of Wands and the King of Swords. Mismatch set. You partnered up with somebody, Capricorn, on, it could be work, could be a hobby project, volunteer project, could be a relationship, just didn't match. However, you had fun. It didn't turn out to be the love connection you wanted, but you have built a friend, a companion that you did not have before. We've got the Two of Pentacles. It felt all wonky and out of whack. Especially if you tried to get romantic. It just like, you feel like you're my brother. I can't kiss you. This is also about things coming back into balance for you. Now that you've taken that romance part off the table and just becoming friends, things begin to change. They begin to look a little brighter. We have the Hangman. You're finally looking at this from everybody else's perspective. You didn't look at it with anybody else's eyes before. This Hangman is about, oh, you were kind of stuck in this situation for a while. Which way do I go? Now, one of the things I do want to bring up for Capricorn is sometimes I pick this up intuitively as a DUI, driving while under the influence. Be careful. You can't get hung until you get arrested, tried, and convicted. So, tomorrow is St. Patrick's Day as I video this. Please be cautious about drinking and driving. Get a designated driver. Get an Uber. Get your aunt to drive you around. Something. Don't take the risk. We've got the Five of Swords. You may have come through a situation that felt a little frustrating. Matter of fact, you may have had to fight a little bit. You may have had to turn away from some people or just drive some people away because they weren't the fit. They just were not in the, you're starting a new circle of friends. But you're on the right path. You're working towards positive change. And here we have the Wheel of Fortune. Because this is what's coming around. The Wheel of Fortune. What comes around rolls around. All right, we're learning how to manifest. We're learning how to pray. We're learning how to ask for things without it turning into the wrong way and the wrong direction. And you have a lot of good things that are ready to roll your way. Way to go, Cap. All right, that's for Capricorn. We're moving on to, let's see who's next. Aquarius. Aquarius. I just saw another orb shoot by. They certainly like, I'm using Palo Santo and Sage today. They seem to really like that combination. And I used it before, but I've never noticed this many orbs in any one video. All right, Aquarius. Let's see what's going on for Aquarius here. It flipped over, but it didn't come out. I only take the jumpers. I shuffle until Spirit finds the card that they want me to have, and I let them kick it out. I do not deal the cards. I need one more, Spirit. Can you give me another kicker, please? There it is. All right, Aquarius, let's see what's happening. You had been in a dark place. We've got the 9 of Swords. You had been in a dark, dark place. Anxiety, depression, anxiety. It was a constant turnover of emotion, feeling of being dejected and lost. A lot of grief. I haven't been seeing the flashlight move at all. Let's see, it's still awake. It's still awake, okay. And here we have the 5 of Cups. Yeah, you're bummed or your head's down. You're looking like, I guess I have to walk away from this. I guess I have to finish it up. I think you should. Whatever it is, if it's the wrong job, if it's the wrong house, if it's the wrong partner, if it's the wrong car, finish it up, send it on its way. It's time to let it go. If it's something that did not work for you, if it did not fit, if you couldn't afford it, it's okay to move that thing along. Because if you couldn't, you're going to be able to. We've got 6 of Pentacles. That money's going to balance out a little bit better for you. You're going to have a little bit of money that you can maybe gift somebody else even. It's not that time of the year that we have Santa Claus ringing a bell and putting money in a bucket, but you could still donate a couple bucks here and there when you know, like I said earlier, the Girl Scout cookies are coming out. There are school projects. Kids are going to be selling flower seeds. You're going to be able to do that. You haven't in a while. Aquarius, let's see what else is happening here for you. Another 6. 6 of right directions. Yep. Moving in the right direction. Slowly, not going real fast, not looking back. You've made this choice to start new, start fresh, and there you go. And we have the Magician card. Aquarius, you're so multi-talented. And Aquariuses they can do it because they are an air sign that indicates water. Aquarius is water, but it is an air sign. So you are multifaceted. That's the number 1 card. Actually, it's the 2nd card in the tarot deck. The first one is the Fool. The next one is the Magician. We come down here with all the gifts that God wants us to have. He guides us. This Magician is also about being able to start any kind of job because you are so multi-talented. You can do a little bit anything. If they put you on a job, thank you, Spirit, on a light back there. I saw a little blink. If they put you on a job, it only takes you 5 minutes to pick it up. You've got this. And let's see. We have the 8 of Pentacles. New job. You're going to mind your own business. Keep your head down and work towards abundance. You notice he has 1 pentacle down by his hip. That's the one he's already finished. That's the money coming. Yeah, you've been waiting a long time for this. I want one more for Aquarius. I'm going to pull it out. Look at that. Again. Right from the middle of the deck. You can do that in tarot. You cannot do that in poker. I just felt like there was something else here for Aquarius. Absolutely. Ace of Cups. This new phase of your life is going to be something you enjoy and love a lot better. This cup is about total abundance, whether it's health, religion, happiness, family. It's coming your way. All right. There we have it for Aquarius. On to, last but not least, Pisces. All right, Pisces, welcome in. I apologize about the clearing of the throat, but I have sinus issues. And every once in a while, you know, thank you, Spirit on Light. I did have somebody complain about it. So if you're complaining about clearing my throat, go. Leave the room. Leave the channel. Stop. If you're one of those people that have to bellyache because you don't like something, this is the place for you. Get the hell out. All right. For those of you that are here for the long haul, this is for Pisces. If you happen to be able to keep count of how many orbs you have seen, please let me know. It's a little difficult with all the smoke, but there have been a ton of them. I'm not seeing any right now. And like I said, it's either usually the light is working, because that's where Spirit controls the light, or the orbs. And sometimes one section here today, there were 10 orbs at once just zipping around. So that's my Spirit team. All right, let's see what's going on for Pisces. Hit that like button. Please subscribe. And if you're so inclined to send me a cup of coffee or send me a tip, my PayPal link is right there on the top of the description box. All right, Spirit, could I get one more kicker, please? There we go. All right, all right, all right. Wow. Pisces, you've been through the shit here, haven't you? This turned up straight up and down. This is the Tower card. This is what you're dealing with right now. You see it coming. It hasn't opened up completely yet, but all hell's gonna break loose and shit's gonna hit the fan. You are done putting up with other people's behavior, other people's negative behavior. It may even mean a change of address for you, but you're out of here. You're no longer gonna just, there's a lot of chaos, a lot of arguing, a lot of confusion. Can't get on the same page with whoever. It could be work, could be it's a partnership of some kind. Then we have the good old Knight of Wands. Here he comes, tearing in on a fast horse. He's the guy that's bringing the change. He's swinging that club. He's clearing out the betrayal. He's clearing out the drama. He's not tolerating it. That horse is depicted with a red fiery mane, and so is the plume in his hat. So he's pissed. He's had enough. Well, that night comes along, and now he's going to talk to the Queen and say, we have to step into our truth. We have to say who we are and be who we are. As long as it's the truth. You have been feeding yourself a bunch of BS. I can't do it. I'm going to have to stay here and put up with this horrible behavior. Where you going there, girl? Ah, baby. But that Queen is about stepping back into your truth, what you know is real. We've got the Eight of Pentacles, and you've kind of kept your head down through this whole ordeal. Try to mind your own business. Try to stay out of anybody else's business. You put your focus in work, whatever that might be. If it's working around the house, you kept your concentration on that. If you're working on the job, you kept your concentration there. It'll pay off. It will pay off. See that one pentacle down there by his hip? They start to grow till you get 9 of them. 9 of Pentacles. This is somebody who's been trying to become an entrepreneur, somebody in business, somebody that can take care of themselves. Ready to reap some new rewards. Yeah. Yep. Are you done back there beating me up? That 9 is about, absolutely about hang on, Spirit just popped in and changed my mind. That 9 is about the new person you're becoming. You no longer have to be hard. You no longer have to be grouchy and mean. It's because things begin to go your way, and you're finding out they go better your way when you're happy and you're enjoying. This is saying you're going to have enough finance to just be comfortable. However, if you put in a little work, a little dedication, buckle down, and some strength, you could be well off. It's a strength card here. Might be a Leo that you're dealing with. It could be a repeating pattern that this has come around a couple times in life for you. Yeah, that strength comes from the fact that you didn't let a lot of that negativity really influence you. You stayed strong. You kept the course. I'm going to grab one more card for Pisces. And there we have the Emperor. Yep, being back in control. Having some structure. Knowing the guidelines and the boundaries kind of helps out a little bit. Because you've been down this road before. All right, there you have Pisces. All 12 signs. Hopefully I touched on yours and you can have a little insight. If you'd like a personal reading, contact me over at Facebook. You can only message me through my business page and we can set up a reading. All right, you guys, those of you new to the channel know or don't know that I never close a reading that I don't sincerely send love and light to you. Until we see again.